Happy Monday, August 11th, I believe. And we are here in Buffalo, New York. And I just finished listening to chapter 1 of Peter Attia's Outlive. Now, anybody that has been following my uploads is probably going to shake their head for a second, because I actually started uploading these videos at chapter 11 and walked through that, and I just thought that I missed probably a big opportunity to talk about the rest of the book, because I feel like it was equally important. So we're gonna start back at the beginning and just give the commentary on each of the chapters as I go. So chapter 1, Peter Attia starts out by sharing actually a story that I had heard previously about being downriver and taking babies out of the river instead of going upstream and stop the babies from being thrown in. And he uses this analogy basically to lay down and open up the groundwork of what it is that he does. And then he unfolds his first experience with death as a resident working in a hospital, and how it haunted him, and just the experience of death, and acknowledging that everybody is going to die, which is very coincidental, because I hadn't remembered that that's how the book had opened up, even though I just listened to it probably about a month and a half ago. I probably listened to that chapter. And yesterday I had made a post that started with "You're going to die," which was the quote that a doctor told me during my cardiologist visit on February 19th, 2025, that really kind of set this 6-month journey. Now it's almost 6 months now, journey where it just seemed like I transformed my body overnight. And the impact of her words and my interaction and my response that morning, and how it just ignited so many different things. Anyways, so when he goes into this and talks about life or death, and very eloquently puts out there that everybody is going to die, there is no avoiding that, we know that. And the difference will be, will it be a fast death like he was at a resident at Johns Hopkins in Baltimore, where they saw a lot of fast death and acute medical problems, and or is it going to be a slow death? And then he goes into the concept of the 4 horsemen, which is the leading causes of slow death, which has overtaken fast death as time has progressed here in the modern world. It used to be everybody died of a fast death. Now it's more of one of the 4 horsemen, which is cancer, neurodegenerative disease, and metabolic dysfunctions, and aging, I believe, was the 4th horseman. I'm gonna have to listen to it because that wasn't totally clear. And then he walks through his experience as a doctor, surgeon, and how during a swim incident with his wife, not a super traumatic incident, just she had called him not too thin Peter, and this really struck him hard at weight of 210 pounds. And he started to be concerned with not just living longer, but living better. And because he had access to a lot of professionals, he started doing research on this. And now what he does to tie together the opening story, and there was another analogy about dropping eggs off the top of the building and catching them. So he really ties it back to that story, where basically he's trying to stop the eggs from being thrown over by taking a preventative approach to medicine, because today's system is designed for acute diseases. You know, patch, repair, stop them from dying, move on. And the current diagnostic data and recommendations that are out there consistently intervene after something has taken root instead of before it's taken root. So he has opened his own practice where he's doing deep dives on prevention and quality of life, and how to beat the 4 horsemen for as long as possible. So, super interesting chapter. I like the way he opens up the book, and he's got a lot of good energy. He's reading the book, and I think he's got a good voice for that. And the story, I love how he's intertwining his professional credibility. So he's laying out credibility, his professional experience, and personalizing it with a personal struggle as well, which obviously just adds humanity to it, makes it more relatable. And then weaving in some technical details, which adds to, so if you're curious, which he does mention he's curious, and I'm pretty curious myself. So if you're curious, he adds enough detail in there to keep you curious so that we can listen to the next chapter and learn more. So I'll be excited to do that one, and I hope you guys are amazing today and getting moving, and let me know your thoughts, and thank you for letting me share this journey with you. Be amazing today.